microphone out. Button is popped up on your mic, so you are just push down your.
I'm on. I would like to call the City of Sweet Home Library Board meeting for September 11th, 2025 at 4:30. Start with a roll call.
Committee Member Castaneda?
Here.
Committee Member Corley is absent. Committee Member Wise?
Here.
Vice Chair Hicks?
Here.
And Chair Journey.
Present. Next on the agenda is review and approval of the July 10th work session minutes. Are there any additions or corrections?
And you can ask for both of those in one vote.
Okay, both sets of minutes for the work session and the meeting minutes. Are there any additions or corrections? Do I have a motion to approve?
I move that we approve the minutes.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the July 10th, 2025 Library Board work session minutes and the meeting minutes for the same date. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? The minutes are accepted. Now we'll go on to the director's report.
My voice is a little bit weird today, so I'm just gonna skip to some of the highlights here. So we're changing our hours starting in October on Saturdays. We were open 11 to 4, and we're going to switch that to 10 to 3. That seems to be then we'll have a consistent opening time every day that we are open. And then once the community market starts back up in May, it'll match. Our hours will match, and that'll be great for bathroom usage and patrons coming to both. And staff are really excited about that being done earlier on Saturdays. And our last hour on Saturdays was probably our quietest anyway, so it'll be okay. Summer reading is finished. As of the 29th, our stats are there. We're still getting a few more stragglers always that turn in their reading cards. We allow them to do it up until the Harvest Festival. We had really good turnout this year with preschool and elementary kids, and Gracie is going to be named our kid librarian. We just waiting to get together with her, and she'll put a collection together that we'll display for a week, and then we'll highlight some of the books that she chooses on our social media. She read over 10,000 minutes and probably would keep reading if she thought it was competition, but she was like about 4,000 minutes ahead of everyone else. There was two sisters that were competing with each other, and they were second and third within like 60 minutes of each other, but they still didn't do as much as Grace. I don't know that anybody could read that much. That's 7 solid days of reading over the summer.
Wow.
If she read 24/7. We're in the middle of our teen clothing drive. If you have any teen clothes, drop those off at the library, and we'll be giving them away on the 29th from 2:30 to 5. Anybody is eligible. They don't have to be a Sweet Home student. They can be homeschools, charter schools, school district. They can be from Lebanon. Doesn't matter. Anything that we have left over, we then donate to the school district clothing closet. And we're just doing this as an additional way for people to donate, but also an additional way for people to get some help. And we'll also have some hygiene products there for them. So for the new building, there's no real big changes. I am part of a group that's looking at new construction for the school district and funding opportunities for them and all that. So we went on a tour of Lane Community College and North Eugene High School and talked to architects and builders and seeing some of the stuff that they're doing in schools. And I checked out the library at North Eugene High School and got some ideas from that too. Next time we have a work session, which we'll talk about later, then I'll bring some pictures from that. Okay. The biggest part of my report is all the other stuff. We received a final check from Ali Trust. That's the Colorado land sale. That's how we've always referred to it since I've been here, before I've been here. This is just the final settling of the account, and I don't believe there'll be anything else coming from this. I'm looking at either using this for one or two different things that need to be done in our current building, or just putting it into savings, depending on the cost estimate that I'll get after. Probably in October, I'll get some cost estimates for some things. This next grant has the longest title. It's the Delivery System Transformation Committee and Regional Planning Council of the IHNCCO, which I don't remember exactly what that stands for, but it's health related. We were approved for a new partner engagement proposal for $15,000. This will be split between us, Lebanon, and Albany. This is based on, my idea for this grant was based on the conference I went to back in May for harm reduction. So this will allow each of the libraries to have about $5,000 to add harm reduction collection materials to their library, and then each community can decide what is most needed in their own community and then obviously, since we're all in the same consortium, we can share all the books amongst ourselves. So what we might need might not be the same as what Albany needs, but we can share everything. So it helps all of us. We've been chosen as a Flight Path partner library, the Howard Hughes Medical Institute and Tangled Bank Studios. This is a $500 grant, plus we apparently are getting a big box of bird watching materials. This is focused on doing one or two programs on bird migration and safety. And especially they're really interested in window tape and window safety for birds, and just kids learning migration and all of that. So I had an initial webinar for that yesterday where they did an unboxing of all the stuff that we get, which was kind of fun. But there'll be some good stuff, and we can make some like bird watching backpacks because they're giving us binoculars for adults and for kids, and for even like preschool sized children as well. So 3 different sizes of binoculars, and then some maps of what birds should be in your region and all of that. So I think we'll make some backpacks out of that and have those as part of our library of things and games to check out. I was elected the treasurer for the Association for Rural and Small Libraries. It's a 2-year term that starts in January. And part of that is for the 2 years that I'm on the board, they will pay for a board retreat every year, and then to go to the conference every year. And the retreat is in the same place as the conference. It's kind of, they go to check out the hotel and all the amenities apparently beforehand. I don't know. I'm just going with it, except next year we're in, I think, Alabama. This year with the conference is going to be in Albuquerque. So I'm going this year, and then I was asked to present about the conference that I went to back in May about harm reduction. So I'm on a panel presentation for that. And then I also received a stipend to cover basically my travel and hotel while I'm there. The conference covers all of the food. But for that, I have to do a post-conference workshop, which is preserving community stories for rural and small libraries. And then I'll be added to part of the Community Webs program. I'm not 100% sure what this is, but it's archiving software that we can add digital materials for the history of Sweet Home to their program. And there's just, I think, 1 or 2 libraries that aren't in the Portland metro area within Oregon that are part of this program. They will host all the content, so we don't have to worry about server space. They will help us figure out digitizing and what we can do on our budget and all of that. So I think in addition to the funding to go to the conference, it'll be a really good program for us to do as well. And I know that's something that we're looking at with, especially like Sankey Park, getting some of that history stuff up online anyway.
Well, and we have 2 entities in town, the Genealogical Society and the Eastland Museum,
Yeah.
that must have information as well that might fit into this.
Yeah, I think the Genealogical Society would be really good one to work with as well for getting some of their content online. So it'll be good. My phone was going crazy. And then at the website there, if you want to look up more on Archive It and Community Webs. And then we received a kind of a gift certificate from First Book and the Walt Disney Company for purchasing books to the First Book Marketplace. I got that literally as I was typing up my report right before I left. We were able to spend that money on Spanish and English children's books. Where possible, I got the same title in both languages. Sometimes we already had one or the other, and I got the one we didn't have. And so I think it ended up being about 50 new Spanish books that we're getting.
So, and we have demand for the Spanish books.
Yeah, especially the picture books and board books. They've been checking out pretty good. And it's not just native Spanish speakers, but it's some people just trying to introduce their kids to new languages. That is my report with all the random money I got at like within 2 days of each other. Any questions on any of that you haven't asked yet?
So do you anticipate patron activity will decrease now that school has started, or how does that go every year?
It tends to be a little bit more even, actually, because a lot of people that are gone for the summer or think that we're crazy busy during the summer, delay coming back in for a while, or they're traveling and they do more ebook stuff. So more adults and teens tend to come back in the fall. We're seeing more kids, teens stop by after school or during lunch right now too.
Are you going to do the Battle of the Books thing?
Where one of the schools is offering it. We're not sure which one of the elementary schools. So we're trying to figure out which one and then work with them and then offer which one they're not. Because a parent came in and said that their kid was doing it with the school, and we're like, okay, which one? No, we don't know. So once we figure that out, then Kira's going to figure something out.
And then refresh my memory about Kira's FTEs for the school district now that school has started up.
So last year they ended the contract, so she's with us full time.
Oh,
And we have the money to pay her full time?
Yeah, we found it.
Okay. That's good news.
And then you'll see my newsletter. The only other thing I had, unless there's any other questions, is just, do we want to set a time for a potential work session again? Because we talked waiting 90 days or so. So do we want to do that? And also, if Adam was going to bring up a piece of property that showed up as for sale, it's behind South Fork Lumber. but with entrance off of Main. It's 2.7 acres. I believe it's around 500,000.
And it's like a flag lot.
It's flat because they're storing RVs there right now.
2 acres? 2 plus?
2.7, I believe, is the full amount. That's just something else that we can talk, a piece we could talk about with at our work session. I just wanted to kind of, because on the listing, it doesn't show an address, so it was a little bit weird to find.
So, which reminds me that our next meeting is October 9th, and I won't be here. So you'll be in charge.
Mm. Okay.
Fair warning. So, work session not on October 9th.
And we can move that both them to whatever days work for this room and for you guys too.
The November meeting is November 13th.
Yeah.
Okay,
Before or after.
it doesn't matter to me.
Before works
Before.
better for me.
Okay,
That works for the room. It's
Good. We could do 3. I don't think we've decided yet.
3 to 4, I think.
It's wide open.
So
Do you want an hour, hour and a half? Because this is at 4:30. It's up to you guys. I should have my voice back by then.
No, yeah. We did start to run into our actual board meeting time last time, so maybe an hour and a half would be better.
Yeah.
So 3 o'clock on November 13th. To go with.
Yeah. It looks like
The
the
meeting.
room's empty. So we're
Okay.
good.
Yeah. Okay. Duly noted, Cecily.
I'm adding it right now.
Yeah, okay.
And then the only other thing I want to mention is the city upgraded their website. So if you haven't signed up for an account to get the alert notices that the board meetings or all the meetings, city meetings are happening, you'll need to sign in and create an account and sign up for emails.
So I couldn't tell. I am getting alerts, so that means I'm signed up.
Are you getting the ones where it has the link to all the meeting information? Theoretically.
I think so.
I had some trouble earlier this week getting into the back end, the admin side, so I don't know if I'll be able to check for you today. But if you have it on your phone, and I can look at it and see if it's the right thing or not, and then we
Okay.
can figure that out.
Okay, that would be great. The city website,
Yeah.
right? And it says new. There's a big banner.
It's the same address as before, Sweet Home or dot.
I put together a little email tutorial. I can just send it out to the board so you have it.
Thank you.
Yeah, because unfortunately we can't force you to sign up. You have to do it yourself.
That was kind of what I was thinking.
Megan, I did want to ask about our teen intern. Is that over?
Yeah, she ended the end of August. And we had a pizza party for her.
And it went great, right? Yeah. Good.
She was
Awesome.
great. She would never complained about any weird things we made her cut out for story time or random things we made her clean sometimes. We're giving her all this is what a library worker does that they don't teach you in library school.
Mhm.
Except we didn't make her unclog any toilets. But she had a great time and learned a lot about, I think, herself and about just having a job that's not working with your family directly all the time.
Mhm.
And she prefers that.
Okay, so is there anything else that needs to be discussed at this meeting? Then it's time to adjourn the meeting at 4:50 p.m. Thank you. Well, we're efficient people. We know how to get